Hey everybody, welcome to Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. I'm your host, Lady She. I am excited about today. It is still Women's History Month 2023, and I'm telling you, I am just overwhelmed and overjoyed about the amazing women that I have the privilege to encounter and interview. So, nonetheless, we have this beautiful queen here, Miss Ashley Codrington of Freeport, New York. She is the owner and operator of Plaanted Restaurant in Baldwin.
Yes.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Listen, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm thankful. I'm honored.
Listen, I'm excited for you. I just know that God is going to bless this place. Like, I feel very, very comfortable here.
Thank you.
It's very, very welcoming. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
So, Ashley.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just get to the real question that everyone wants to understand. And it's the big, what is this about?
So, what is this about? What is plant-based eating about? So, I think plant-based eating, of course, in my terms, it's about healing. It's about allowing your body to do its job. That's what I'll say. Because our bodies are made to serve us, to heal us, to keep us working. That's our body's only job.
Right.
And it wants to do that. But when we eat junk, we throw our bodies off and it can't do its job. So by eating clean, we're just allowing our bodies to do its thing.
I love it. That was boop, boop, boop. Okay, boom. So I decided to make a shirt just for Ashley. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says, I eat fish, but I identify as vegan. And the reason why I made this shirt for Miss Ashley is because I am pescatarian, but I'm looking to become vegan. So first explain to people, what is veganism?
So for me, I like to say I eat plant-based. And I don't love the word vegan, but the word vegan just means you're not eating anything that is anything that's animal based. So no dairy, no cheese, nothing even a byproduct. So not even Skittles, or like some Skittles are vegan.
Right.
Some Skittles are not. Altoids have pig fat in it.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe it. All kind of things have random animal parts in it, and that would not be considered vegan.
Right.
Plant-based is a cleaner version of vegan. So plant-based, you're eating, let me say, instead of just egg that's processed, even though it's not eggs, it's still processed, that would be vegan.
Okay.
Eating something that was plant-based would be you're eating a chickpea scramble to replace the egg.
Gotcha.
So it's just different ways you replace your food. One can be cleaner, or one cannot be so clean.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be processed or clean. That's what I should
processed
say.
Or clean. Gotcha. Okay, and so vegetarian is just you only eat veggies.
No, vegetarians still drink milk.
Oh.
Yeah, vegetarians drink milk. They might even eat cheese. They might even eat eggs.
Okay.
Yeah. Vegan is no animal byproducts. Plant-based, no animal byproducts. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you open up this restaurant. First, let me get to growing up in Freeport.
Yeah.
What was your home dynamics like? Because I want to understand how you get to your age and be like, I'm opening up this restaurant and it's for healthy eating.
Yeah.
Like, I want to understand.
Okay, so I started, let me say, like 9 years ago, I started changing my diet.
Okay.
And just like we were speaking earlier, you don't just do anything cold turkey that you want to last a long time. You know, for me, I just started, I took pork out of my diet first. I stopped eating pork.
And when was that?
That was like 9 years ago.
Oh, it started literally 9 years ago.
Yeah, I started changing how I wanted to eat.
What was the reason?
Okay. Maybe a little bit of TMI, but once I really learned that people use the bathroom every single day, and sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, I was like, yeah, something's not right.
Oh, because you weren't.
Yeah, because I wasn't.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. I had this conversation recently. The person's like, that's not true. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is why your stomach's out here.
Yeah.
Because you're not pooping.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Come on, Ashley, with the bars.
I'm telling you, even right now, I have a newborn. She's 3 months. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I mean, the girl, as she's eating, she's pooping. You know, our bodies is just supposed to go.
It's a system. Our bodies are a system.
Yeah, and when things is not adding up, you get stopped up, and in the belly, you know,
literally stopped up.
Yeah,
like literally stopped up.
Yeah.
Wow. So 9 years ago, you came to this place. But what was it like? Growing up, you're from Freeport. Like,
yeah,
born and raised?
Freeport. Yeah, I'm from Freeport. My family's from Panama.
Okay.
So we have Caribbean roots. And I just decided that I just wanted to eat differently for health benefit, just for all kind of health benefits.
Okay.
And then I started learning more. I started watching documentaries, and I just spoiled food for myself.
Right.
You know, once you see something, you just can't unsee it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then I just noticed that everyone is getting sick. Everyone is you know, I mean, not everyone, you know, God forbid, but a lot of people are getting sick from cancer. A lot of people are having all kind of issues, high blood pressure,
especially in our community.
Yeah, and the one thing that's common is what we're eating.
Right.
You know, and once we really pay attention to what we're eating, we will change our dynamic as a community as a whole.
I believe that.
We just are stuck in, you know, what's the culture, and we're stuck in, you know, what's comfortable, and, you know, nobody wants to be an extremist.
Right.
Now, being vegan or being plant-based, it's almost cool.
Right. They've made it cool.
Yeah, they've made it cool. But before, oh my gosh, my family used to be like, "Oh, Ashley, what do you mean? Oh, you're such an extremist," you know? Or people would say, "Ashley, what are you even eating? What do you just eat grass? What do you mean you eat plant-based?" I'm like, do I look like I just eat grass? I don't even look like I just eat grass alone. I eat everything, you know? And so then I started cooking for my family, cooking for my friends. People would ask me for recipes. And then I was just like, you know, I can make this into something.
I love that.
And I used to work on cargo ships. So I was a cook on cargo ships and a cruise ship. I cooked on Norwegian Cruise Line too.
Ooh! Need to get you back, child, because I didn't like their food last time I was on there. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
And I worked on the Pride of America, which was a really cool ship. It was in Hawaii.
Nice.
So yeah, it was really cool.
Wait, so how old were you then?
Oh, I think I was 24 when I first started working on the cargo ships. I'm 32 now.
So you went to school? You went to culinary school?
No, I never went to culinary school.
All right, talk to us about that.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I've always been an entrepreneur at heart.
Okay.
So first I was selling clothes on Instagram.
Okay.
Like, you know, buying from bulk and from China and then selling on IG. And then I went to Hawaii with my family, and we went on this cruise. All the people on the cruise were all older. The younger people were the crew. So while I was on the ship, I gained like 7 new followers on my Instagram. And I'm like, oh my God, I could do this, and I could build my business. I could be in Hawaii. It was all about my business that I had online. Shirts. It was nothing
with
else.
The clothes.
Yeah, with the clothes. And then as I'm on the ship, I just learned about this industry, this cargo ship industry. I learned that you can make a lot of money, so I went straight over to the cargo industry. And then while I'm in that industry, I'm traveling, working, making money, doing all these things. And then I decided I didn't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
And the reason I didn't want to do it anymore is because my life I was always away.
Right.
I nenever had time to date. I never had time to
She was like, I want to love.
I want to love.
I want to be loved.
I want to be loved.
That'll do it.
To be loved. To be loved. And so I started saving my money so that I could get out of the industry.
Wow.
And so I saved my money, and then I got out.
And then
I opened up this cafe.
Literally like that.
Well, it was.
But did you find love though?
I didn't.
I'll bring her on in another year and I'll ask her that question.
I didn't. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so you sound like you. I want to understand. Are you the only child?
No. I have one older brother.
Okay. Because, I mean, you sound like someone that's like, once I make up my mind, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And that comes from something. Does it come from you being Caribbean? You know, your parents are like, you better figure this thing out and stick to it. Like, what is that? Because who does that? You went on a cruise ship and was like, oh, I'm going to do this now.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, yeah, no, I want to be in a relationship. No, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to do this now.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
It came from me figuring out who I was and what I wanted to do with my life.
Okay.
And that's really the first time me figuring out who I was.
All right. Help somebody. It's okay.
Yeah, that's my first
And at whatever age, let me say that.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
And just now I said it in a form of like past tense, like I figured out myself. Mm-hmm. Of course I'm still learning myself, mm-hmm. but I did that because I knew what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Like once I make up my mind, I go from there.
It's far as for me. I love that.
I think that we often don't do enough of what brings us joy.
Right.
And I've gotten a lot of backlash on the decisions that I've made in the beginning.
In general, yeah.
In the beginning, mm-hmm. But in the end, and everyone loves it and they want to do it themselves too.
Yeah.
So you just got to go through the part where everybody's making fun of you, and then at the end, then they'll be asking you how you did it. Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Come on with the bars, Ashley.
Yeah.
So now, you decide that 9 years ago you want to change your way of eating, and how do you get to a place where you're like, I'm just going to open this restaurant?
Well, first I wanted a food truck.
Oh, nice.
And I might even still be going back to a food truck at some point.
Food truck's a good look too. Yeah, for sure.
Because there's just a lot of overhead when you rent, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. and you don't own. It's either a food truck. My next venture is either a food truck or I'm buying the building. I don't want to rent anymore.
I know that's a fact.
Yeah, because.
And you've been here how long?
I've just been here for 1 year.
Okay, let me do this with y'all about what Ashley is basically telling us. Ashley is basically saying to us, when you make up your mind, go for it. Yeah. And when you get a comfortable moment, but you see more for yourself, go for that. Yeah. Because she's only been here a year. There's people that I know for sure that have been in certain rental spaces for years and they've been unhappy for years.
Yeah.
So that alone is inspiring.
Yeah. You gotta shake in your boots and do it.
You gotta just do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Oh gosh. You gotta just do what needs to be done and make it happen. Yeah. So okay, let me ask you this.
You know what I love about that? What just happened? Random. Bill Bellamy has a podcast.
Okay.
And you can only see like this part. So the camera is facing them.
Okay.
This way, but they have an open screen here.
Right.
And so people are passing by, and the people who are doing a podcast are watching them.
Oh, okay.
And at my next space, I actually want to have a podcast room like that where people can look out the window and that's random.
But you can make this too when you're close.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk now. Hey, come on, God. God be knowing divine connection. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about a little bit about, the food. Mm-hmm. All right. So I had shared with Ashley that I am anemic. I've absolutely had issues with blood, even with having miscarriages and stuff like that. So it's a thing for me where I'm really trying to be more healthy. Mm-hmm. And then unfortunately my mom passed away and it was something connected to her stomach. Out of nowhere, she ended up with a blockage. So I think that's also part of me grieving. The thing
is, it's not really out of nowhere.
No. When I say out of nowhere for us, the family, she had other issues, but the stomach thing was like out of the blue. Yeah. Plus she didn't live here with me. So it's something, if she was here, I would have understood, I would have gotten it, but for us, it was out of the blue. For her, clearly her body was speaking to her and she probably just was like, it'll pass. But with that being said, like I said, I'm speaking about my community, our community. A lot of times we don't really get checkups. We ignore, the signs when our bodies are speaking to us, especially connected to food because we love our fried chicken.
Which is
we love our steak.
Of the history,
we love all the stuff.
History,
so that's what I wanted you to kind of tap into the food. Like, I shared with Ashley, me being anemic, some of the things that I'm nervous about being vegan or easing into it is me not knowing how to cook the right food for myself because I have this issue. So can you kind of tap into that?
Yeah, so I'm slightly anemic. My mom is slightly anemic. Well, my mom is anemic. I'm slightly anemic. I used to try and give blood in high school, and they never let me give blood because I was slightly anemic.
Right.
But I would take the time to stay out of class anyway. But that iron comes from the hemoglobin in the meat. So yeah, when you eat meat, they say the iron goes straight, the blood goes straight into you. It's easily digestible. It's easily, but you can get that from plants also. You don't necessarily have to have, cow blood to get your iron levels up.
Okay.
Floridax is a great, they're not paying me, but I think Floridax is a great option.
Okay.
I'll send you the link to it.
Okay.
I buy their iron. Okay. And I drink it while I was pregnant. I drink it now.
Good.
Actually, when I met my my GYN, she also told me that she gives it to her daughter.
Okay.
My mom uses it. Okay. My aunt uses it, who's also anemic. So this and the one I choose is plant-based.
Okay.
And there's the cow. So all right, you're eating a cow and you're looking for a certain kind of proteins. But the cow is eating the grass. So when you take out the cow and you just eat the grass, you're getting everything. Right. So when you eat that green stuff, when you eat that sea moss, when you eat that algae, when you eat, the number of nutrients that you get from sea, from from anything from the sea, kelp, sea moss, dulse, all kind of things, from the sea, you really get that. You really get some good iron.
You get everything. Yeah.
You get everything. So all those great minerals. So you don't have to just eat a piece of meat to get your iron levels up. So don't be afraid, to take away the meat. You will get everything that you need.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, even like with the pescatarians, which I am pescatarian, the fish, the stuff that's in our waters. I know you mentioned sea moss and the things in the waters. Even that makes you nervous because you're not actually growing these things. Like for those who have decided that, we have so many pesticides in our food and things of that nature, let me start my own garden. That's amazing because you know what's actually in your foods. So how do you make it a thing where you're intentional with this is what I have to buy and this is what I have to buy for me to have all my minerals? I'm just talking about besides sea moss in reference to the food, the plants.
Yeah. So yeah, sea moss is a great thing, but what you eat gives you everything. When I was pregnant, I didn't take any prenatal pills. Okay. I didn't want to because I don't know what's inside of those. But if I eat an orange, I know what I'm getting from the orange. I know if I eat a banana, I know if I eat some seaweed. Right. I know what I'm eating when I eat these when I eat these natural foods. I don't know what's in those pills. And that's just me. I never trusted the pills.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Unless it's a super reputable brand, someone has told me about something, and then I'll go ahead and try it. But my first go-to is always food.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So now, if I'm coming to you saying I want to ease into, being a vegan, what would be your advice to me?
My advice would be focus on what you can eat more of, not what you cannot eat anymore.
That was a bar.
Yeah, because you'll start losing your mind thinking of, oh my God, I can't eat this anymore. Oh, I can't eat this anymore. So what can I eat? Versus I can eat this. Oh, okay. So I got this in my refrigerator.
Right.
Oh, I can do this.
Right, right. Got you. So I know a lot of overweight vegans. How does that go on?
Yeah, the difference is like what I was saying about being vegan and being plant-based. Oh. You can be vegan and you can be overweight because vegan doesn't mean healthy. You can eat vegan. You can eat vegan fried everything.
Right.
You can eat so much bread, so much rice. And when I first transitioned, I was like, why am I not losing weight? And or why am I gaining weight?
Right.
And it's because I was substituting the meat with so much bread, so much rice, so much starch.
Guilty. I'm just like, well, just put more rice then.
Yeah.
And that's, right. Okay,
right.
gotcha.
And I did, and even I did keto for 1 week because I wanted to see how, and I did
Explain
eat
to
the
them what
meat.
keto is.
Okay, so this whole keto fad, you just eating you eat fat, so your body changes into a fat burning machine.
Right.
And it works, but it's not sustainable. I could not see myself just eating just meat and butter and cream and just all of that, because as a woman, it's not good for your lady parts.
Right. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely want you to tap into that as well.
Yeah, and for men, like eating clean is a natural aphrodisiac. But I tried it for 1 week because I wanted to see what the whole fad was about. And the only way that I learned something is when I do it myself and I get myself into it, so I can have my own opinion on it.
Gotcha.
So so I did 1 week of I ate the steak, I ate the eggs, I ate creams, all of that. And what I realized, the difference in my normal diet and why keto works for fat loss, is your body is burning so much like carbs, so much, it's just burning so much fat. But on my regular diet, I was eating so much carbs.
Right.
So I was not losing any weight.
Yeah. It was just in the middle.
Yeah. And even
just
gaining
stagnant.
weight.
Yeah.
So even like pineapple, I love fruits. Yes, it's a healthy sugar, but it's still sugar. So I just learned a lot about how to, if you want to lose weight and be plant-based, you would want to lean more towards like quinoa, chickpeas, not so much like ground food, heavier foods. Yeah, it's just very interesting how you eat. We could go. I'm trying to like keep things short.
Right, keep it short.
Yeah,
and to my brain, because I'm like, you start saying some words I don't know. I'm like, what is that? What is that?
No,
what is that?
Please stop me.
Yeah,
please stop me.
So ground what?
Ground food. Like ground bananas, pumpkins. I mean, not ground bananas. Yams, pumpkin, bananas grow on a tree. Potatoes.
Gotcha. I love potatoes. Yeah, I'm okay. You're gonna have to help me. That's the bottom line. You have to help me because I don't want to potato myself to crap, and I don't want to rice myself to death.
No, so you substitute your rice for quinoa, and your potato, use a yam.
I do love yams. Okay.
Yeah, use a yam. Yam is great for us women too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned
and you honor our women goddesses.
So that's what I was gonna go to. Yeah. So we see, like, especially like on social media, there's certain, I call them the gurus, of healthy eating and stuff like that.
And I'm no guru. I'm just learning myself.
Yeah.
I just got my toe in it.
We had like the gurus of social media, and you will hear them speak about herbs and different things like that in your foods, and about how it can knock off the female's pH balance, especially if the male doesn't eat right. So can you kind of tap into that?
Yeah. So I hope that people are paying attention to their sexual partners, and after you have sex, how your body responds. So for me, I'll be personal, I'll be frank. I learned that I had a latex allergy early in life because I was using condoms, and then afterward, I'm like, what is this smell?
Right.
So
wow.
Yeah, and then I learned that, like, this is not right. Like, I don't smell like this. So then I learned. I went to my doctor, and then I have a latex allergy.
Right.
So I would have to buy like different kind of condoms and stuff like that.
They have like skin. Go ahead.
Yeah, they have now. They have like a bunch. They have
clearly I don't use them. I got 2 kids, so I don't know.
And I have one. Clearly I don't know. No, but yeah. So. And I just had a friend recently that said her boyfriend stopped in the middle of sex and was like, "Wait, what's going on right now?" Ooh. And she was like, "The only thing different is I've been eating at your cafe all week." And I'm like, "Yeah, girl, your body responds
Wait.
Yeah.
So wait, that was good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She said it.
Oops,
She said he said it was gushy. It was extra.
Okay. Well.
And then for the men, you know, your penis gets harder when the blood rushes there. So if you don't have good blood flow, you're not gonna have a stiff. You know, it's not gonna be super stiff.
You're gonna be trying to drink Hennessy,
right?
Which makes no sense. You're gonna use an alcoholic beverage to do that when it should be naturally that way.
That's it. And eventually, alcohol makes you impotent.
Yep.
You know, like we have so many
with the facts, not the opinions.
Yeah, facts.
That's real.
How you eat plays such a huge role in your sex life. How you taste, how you perform. Men need to worry about how they taste too. Don't nobody want no saltiness. You know, so how you eat plays a huge role in how your body functions and your body odor.
Yeah,
what comes off of you. You know, sex is not supposed to stink.
Right.
It's a nice thing. Everybody's supposed to smell nice.
Nice aroma.
That's
okay.
Right.
I mean, even in passing, like your body should have a certain scent, not like a stench.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not like a stench. So it's basically like what goes in you comes out of you, right? What goes in you comes out of you. So, you know, it behooves you to increase the fruits, the vegetables and the water intake as well. You know, if you don't drink water, how are you cleansing?
Right.
So, all right, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. So, what do I have here? Dr. Sabi.
Oh,
what's
Dr. Sabi. They took Dr. Sabi out.
Nah, they definitely did.
Rest
in peace, Dr. Sabi. They definitely did. That's when I really started learning about, you know, alkaline, and please tap into that, because some people really, we say the words and don't really know what we're talking about. We just regurgitate what we hear.
Yeah, we learn. We're all learning. We're all learning. Dr. Sabi, Dr. Sabi, he is the reason why I will not send my kids to public school. God willing.
Explain.
Inshallah. I don't have to worry about sending my children to public school. So Dr. Sabi said something like this, to the effect of, we are the only people who send our cubs to be taught by polar bears. Ooh. So say we are black bears, we are sending our cubs to be taught by polar bears. Polar bears know nothing about how we are to raise our black bears. We are allowing other people to teach us how we are to eat, how we are to live, how we are to do all these things with our life. We are not the same.
Right.
So Dr. Sabi highlighted the fact that we run differently.
Right.
We have to eat differently. We have to do different things to sustain our health.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Dr. Sabi.
Nah, he was the truth.
Oh, man.
And he gave it raw. That's what I loved. He gave it up because he knew he was right.
Yeah.
You know, he knew he was right. And so, you know, rest in peace.
His sons are fantastic.
Right.
You know, they're really keeping his name
alive,
alive, and doing all the right things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He has one son called KT Arch Degree. He talks a lot about a lot of things, but primarily what I liked about him was he talks a lot about mushrooms, and I'm a really big fan of mushrooms.
Give us something.
I'm a big fan of not only mushroom, like here in my cafe, I serve all kind of mushrooms, but specifically what I'm talking about with KT Arch Degree is psilocybin mushrooms. So, or psychedelic mushrooms, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, even with that, like, how do you, well, clearly you're learning from research and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But if a person came in here after seeing this interview and want to know what you're talking about, what would you say in reference to that?
Okay, so so psilocybin mushrooms. The first thing I would say to that is I would send you to watch a movie.
Okay.
I would send you.
Which movie is that?
Ooh, where should I start?
Like a movie or documentary?
Oh, a documentary on which one would I start with? I don't know where I'd start.
Because I wanna understand, because I know you asked me about cannabis as well. We could tap into that. When I think of shrooms, I'm thinking like you're on another galaxy.
You're not in another galaxy.
Okay.
You're not in another galaxy. You're inside. You go inside. Okay. It's a trip inside.
Okay. Because when I hear, like not in passing, but like when I'm scrolling through social media and people making jokes about people doing certain things, they're like, "Oh, it's some shrooms," and I'm like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Is it like an opioid type energy?" Like, I don't understand.
So I don't even know what you mean by opioid energy.
Like opioids. Yeah. There's like an epidemic happening, but people.
Oh yeah. No, it's not like that at all.
That's what I want to understand. I want them to understand, be clear.
Oh, drugs, opioid. Oh yeah, no, it's not like that at all. Mushrooms are amazing.
We felt that. We felt that. So now, mushrooms and cannabis.
Yeah.
What's the relation?
So
or none?
For me, so I don't drink alcohol at all.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of alcohol.
Okay.
If it's from the earth, it's for me.
Okay.
So I do not consider weed a drug.
Okay.
I do not consider mushrooms drugs.
Okay.
And I'll stop there.
There you have it. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Okay, cool.
No, if it's from the earth, see, we have been using plants to meditate, to be closer to God. We've been using, these plants from the earth for ages. Unfortunately, they have been demonized.
Sorry. Right.
And once you demonize something for 20 years, 30 years, you have whole generations that look at something it's the worst thing in the world. Before I normalized marijuana with my mom and with my family, because I was really adamant on normalizing marijuana. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this plant. They took it out. They took it away from us because they didn't want us to be able to, meditate in certain kind of ways, think in certain kind of ways. But there's nothing wrong with the plant, so I wanted to normalize it. There's nothing wrong with ayahuasca, which is a ceremony that originated in Peru. That's also using plant barks of a tree. Okay. And you drink it, and it does have psychedelic effects. Okay. I mean, we were talking about food, and now we're talking about psychedelics, but it's just...
It's all kind of connected, though.
It's all connected. It's how we heal our body. It's from the earth. It's how we heal our body, and it's what's for us. Things have been demonized that now are coming to light. I remember for a long time, hemp was even demonized, and now they're allowing hemp.
Oh, help us! I know it's so much going on.
Yeah,
but like you said,
and the root of it is money.
Research.
The root of
it is always money. It's always money. It's absolutely always money.
Yeah,
absolutely always money. Thank you so much for that. So now, let me get back to my questions. All right, I asked you about herbs. Alkaline.
Okay.
What is alkaline?
Alkaline is when your body is at a certain pH. But let me say about our bodies. Our bodies have different pH levels everywhere. So I used to be on, I want everything alkaline. But I'm not so much on that anymore.
Okay.
But having an alkaline diet prevents super sickness in your body. I guess I'll say that I'm not so much on that anymore because I'm not intaking super acidic things anyway. Gotcha. For example, meats are super acidic. When people have gout, that's because their body can't break down some chemical that's inside of the meat. It's a uric acid. So it just gets like stuck in your joints and it can't break down. So when you have a alkaline body, your body is not a cesspool.
Right.
Yeah. So basically being in an alkaline state is you're keeping your body clean.
Gotcha.
Because sickness can't live in cleanliness.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Gotcha. All right. So with the restaurant. You're so young.
I'm
right?
32.
You're
I ain't
32.
that younger.
You're young. You're young because I'm young and I'm 44.
I'm
so,
seasoned.
hello, we are young. So, how do you navigate, you know, being a mom, you know, having to do that and then running this business?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I have a lot of help.
You do. She has a village.
I have a village.
Shout out to the village.
Shout out to the village.
Telling you.
Shout out to the village.
Shout out to the village.
Village, yeah.
Love that.
If I'm in the cafe, I'll have her strapped to my back. I was gonna have her with me actually.
I would have loved to see that.
Yes.
I would have absolutely taken a picture of that.
Yes.
For sure.
My mom just came to the house and she's like, "You're taking her with you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "We'll go for a walk." I said, "Okay, fine." But if I'm in here cooking and one of my family members come in, I'll give her to them and they'll hold her and I'll just finish up whatever meal it is. Or my mom's often here. Now I have some employees where I can leave a little bit earlier. I guess it's another part of me knowing what I want and doing the things to get me there. I chose entrepreneurship because I wanted time. That's where it all started for me. Even before I worked on the cruise ships, the reason why I had that online store on Instagram was because I used to work at, it all started here. I used to work at Brooks Brothers.
Okay.
And
that's the
Brooks store. Brothers is a clothing store. It's men's. They have women's stuff now. And
they
children.
do. Nice.
They do. And it's a high-end store.
Right.
And I was working in there in Manhasset, and it would be midday, and I would see people come in and drop stacks on clothes in the middle of the day, spending stacks on a tuxedo. And I'm just like,
where do you work?
What are you doing? Why are you not at work? And then I'd be in Manhattan. My mom worked in Manhattan. She used to work in the World Trade Center. And I'd go and I'd visit her, or I'd go to a show or something. And midday, I'm working in Manhattan and I'm seeing people sitting in Starbucks on their computer, or somebody's. And I'm just like,
what goes on?
What goes on? Why are you not at work?
What planet is this?
Because I grew up seeing my dad. My dad worked at Rikers Island, so I'm seeing my dad go to work.
Your dad was a correctional officer?
Yeah, he was a correctional officer.
Shout out to your dad.
My mom worked in the Twin Towers, so I'm seeing her go to work every day, and I'm like, why are these people not at work? So then from that, I learned
the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and then from that, I learned the word entrepreneurship.
Right.
And I said, that's what I want. I want time.
Love that.
And so I just always strive to be in some kind of industry where I was afforded time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in the cargo ships, working in that industry, I worked really hard and then I had a lot of time off. Right. So I'd work like 6 months and then I'd have time off for as long as I wanted. Right. I just
love that.
Yeah, I just always like to do what I want.
So do you feel like, because now it's kind of making sense to me now, and you can correct me, you being raised by a correctional officer, and you said your mom worked in the trade center. So were you kind of taken care of? Because yeah. I'm just saying that because we live on Long Island, but I'm a correctional officer as well, and I'm sure her dad probably made a nice little grip. Yeah. So mom probably made a nice little grip too, working where she worked. Yeah. So that also, your environment also gave you. How can I explain?
I was able to. I wasn't in survival mode.
Right.
Yeah, I was able to do what I loved.
She knew where I was trying to go. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. So that definitely makes the difference. Yeah. In reference to having that strength and that ability to feel like, I know if I decide to do this, I'm going to be okay. Yeah. Okay. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, which is something that, a lot of people aren't afforded the ability to do what they want. And I'm very thankful that I've always been able to do what I want.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. No, seriously, thank you for sharing that. So now this beautiful place, what's next? I know you mentioned the food truck. Yeah. But what is next? Okay, I definitely asked, let me say this. I also brought up to Ashley that I wanted to see about having meals prepped. Yeah. Talk to us about that.
Okay, so meal prep. So this one, for example, it's a plantain, 2 fried tofu, quinoa on the bottom. This is pumpkin and this is zucchini and some onions.
Now, would you make that particular meal prep, right? Mm-hmm. Is this something where is unique based on the individual? Mm-hmm. How do you? It is.
No, it's not yet.
So how do you choose which? How do you choose?
So what to make? This is just for weight maintenance. These are just for maintenance. Okay. But what I am going to start incorporating is macros. So for myself,
tell them what that is. Sorry.
Okay. So macros is when you're eating based on fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. Okay. So what works with your body best to either gain weight, lose weight, or maintain your weight. Right. So for me, I want to drop a few pounds. So I'm gonna.
She really doesn't need to. I promise you. She just had a baby, and that's just crazy.
Listen,
that is different. Snap back.
Listen, okay? I'm trying to find love, right? So they like when they women look good, right? So
I can't. All right, we're back. We're back.
So I'm gonna be focusing on. I want my macros to be in a caloric deficit.
Oh,
so that I can drop some fat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So but these are just regular weight maintenance. I didn't focus on a caloric deficit or a caloric surplus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's awesome. So she's in here cooking it up, literally cooking it up.
Yeah.
Explain also what you have displayed. They can't see it, but you can tell.
So what I have displayed, when I was pregnant, a friend of mine brought me these chips. Mm-hmm. It's a Siete brand. These chips, they're not paying me either. Okay. But I love it.
Yeah, we could have just said the name.
Yeah. They're just good. And I just wanted to offer, the things that I enjoy.
Right. Now, this up here.
Those sauces, you can put them on my empanadas. You can put them in the yum yum bowl. So what I was just showing you, that meal prep, that's essentially our yum yum bowl, smaller version of our yum yum bowl. So the yum yum bowl is quinoa on the bottom, different kind of toppings on top. You can put those toppings were fried tofu, sauteed onions, sauteed mushrooms.
Love onions.
Oh yes, pumpkin. String beans. We just have all kind of different toppings, whatever seasonal, whatever I'm getting from the farm. I can't wait for local farmers in Long Island to start growing and bringing their produce back, so we can literally have farm to table Long Island farm food here.
Right. Now, even in reference to farms, because just to educate the people a little bit, more of the farms are kind of out in Suffolk.
Oh, they're all over. There are some that are out in Suffolk, some further out in the Hamptons. There's some.
Sorry, we're talking about. When I said Suffolk, we're talking about Long Island, and then she said the Hamptons. So this is different parts of Long Island.
Yeah, different parts of Long Island. Yeah, that there are farmland and they grow farm and then they'll bring them out here closer to us in Nassau County.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just want to, just inform them of that. So what is, I know you mentioned the food truck. Mm-hmm. Now, when you do the food truck, you want to still have this as well and have it ran by someone else? Who's your employees? I know you mentioned that. Who's your employees?
Right now I have 2 employees.
Okay. How did you find them?
Okay, so one.
Not the deep breath.
So I had a poster up here saying I was hiring. I found one young man from that. And then the other woman.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Then the other woman who I found, I was actually coming from hot yoga one morning. I don't know if I should say this part.
Okay, so then don't say it if you have to wonder. So you found them on your own. Yes. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't family. It wasn't none of that.
Oh no.
You actually did interviews and was like, you're hired.
Yeah, I like to. Everything in my life has to be in alignment. I like to like people, and I like to like them a lot. Like if I don't like somebody, I want, and I have nothing to do with them. Okay. But when I like somebody, I love them, and I just want them. Oh,
I love that. Is that because of plants? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Plants make you happy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So the food truck.
Fine. I'll just say how I met the lady. I'm leaving.
I told her not to, but go ahead.
I'm leaving hot yoga in the morning. I'm sitting in the car. I'm rolling up. She kept looking through the window. I rolled down the window. I was like,
"Can I help you?"
No, I was like, "Do you smoke? You want?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, here." So I gave it to her. And she said, "Thank you so much. I don't have nothing. I don't have no job. I'm out here looking for a job." I said, "You need a job?" She said, "Yes."
Wow.
I said, "Well, I'm looking to hire somebody." She said, "What you need help with?" I said, "I need a cook." She said, "That's fine. I cook, I clean, I do everything you need." I said, "Okay."
Now I'm glad she shared the story.
Yeah.
That was dope.
And that is why I also wanted my own business. Because I want to be able to provide for people. And I pay her well because she has a family, and I love to pay people. I have a friend who's like, "Actually, you love to pay people. Can I be on your payroll?" But I think it's important to pay people well.
Listen, did you
and
hear
people who need it.
that?
Yeah.
It's important to pay people well.
Yeah.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
If you have the means to do it, do it.
Yeah.
You're going to be blessed.
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
I am blessed.
That was awesome.
If my blessings stopped today,
you had enough.
I had so much.
Oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
Come on, Ashley, at 30-something years old. Go ahead. So, tell the people where they can find you, where they can find the restaurant.
I'm all teared up talking about my blessings.
Oh, you are blessed. Amen.
And
I'm blessed for encountering you because I feel good energy.
Yeah, no.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, remaining in a space of gratitude no matter what. My goodness, it's such a wonderful thing.
That part.
But you can find me on Instagram, Plaanted, Plaanted, and you can text me if you want some meal prep. 516-567-1023 is back here on the other side. And you know, I'm a student of life, so I'm also learning.
Love that.
I'm looking to continue to learn and share what I learn, and also not be afraid to contradict myself because we learn something new every day.
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of times people are afraid to go back on something that they said before. Once upon a time, I would have never, ever said, okay, fine, I'd be okay with my family eating meat or something. Like before, I was like on a campaign, like, hell no, no meat, no meat. But now I'm just like, okay, fine, you guys want to eat meat, eat a cleaner meat, eat some halal meat. You know, eat meat that is fresh. Don't eat the garbage that's making you sick.
Right.
You know, so you don't necessarily have to cut out meat and dairy and cheese and all that out of your diet. You can eat it. Just eat it in a healthier way. You know, choose goat cheese. You know, or if you're gonna do fish, don't buy fish sticks. Buy fresh fish.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna eat the chicken, go to a halal meat market, and so you can see them kill the chicken, and you're eating fresh chicken. You know. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask her, what would you leave us with? But I think that might have been it, unless you have something else to say to us.
Oh, my God.
If someone came on this, you know, this episode and just came on and like, let's see what they're talking about, you know, and we were ending, what would you want them to be? What would you want them to hear from you?
I would want you to hear me say, live your life to the fullest and let people laugh at you. It's okay. Because in a year or two, they will love what you're doing and they will be asking you how you did it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Boom. Miss Ashley Codrington of Freeport, New York, owner and operator of Plaanted Restaurant in Baldwin, New York. You gave the address, correct?
It's 2092 Grand Avenue, Baldwin, New York, 11510.
That's right. Make sure you guys come down and support her. Make sure you eat. Tell them what you made for me and my son today.
Oh,
because
okay.
I killed it. Okay? It was bomb. Not because she's sitting here either. It was so good. Tell them what you made for us.
Oh, I just whipped up a little breakfast sandwich. It wasn't anything, honestly. It was so easy. It was
I know she lying.
Just a sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll, and then the burger is our Planet House burger. We make the patties in house. lettuce, cheese, tomato, pickles. I use the spicy mayo sauce on hers particularly.
That was so good.
But that burger usually comes with caramelized onions.
Oh,
but I didn't feel like making caramelized onions this morning, so
she
I just
jipped me. So she actually owes me. This is good.
Yeah, so I just used a spicy mayo.
That was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good. I truly enjoyed it. And then tell them about the drink as well.
Oh, and the drink
that
she had was
so
sorrel.
Good.
It was sorrel. If anyone is from the Caribbean, they know sorrel. If not, it's a hibiscus flower. You just boil it and you add cinnamon, star anise, cloves. That's how ginger, sugar.
I definitely tasted the ginger.
You know, some people in the Caribbean, some countries in Africa, they call it bisap, and they will use the sorrel, they will use the flour, and maybe they will add mint or lime. You know, completely different flavor palette than what I'm accustomed to, but we all have the same flowers, the same kind of herbs. We just make it differently.
Yeah. Love that. It was so good. Not because she's sitting here, I promise you. If I turn this camera to this plate, you're gonna be like, oh nah, she went in. It was so good. And thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. Listen,
the pleasure's all mine, believe me.
I'm so excited for this restaurant. Make sure you guys check her out on Instagram. Make sure you guys stop by and get you a breakfast sandwich or whatever it is that you desire, because she has a sign that will tell you what is going on for the day. And let's just support one another. Let's just continue to be the light, support, and be positive. Make sure you guys subscribe to How Michael Lady She podcast as well. If you want to see about this t-shirt, you guys can check out She's Got Tees as well. I will post it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna order one for myself.
On my story. And just continue to enjoy the series. She is my SHERO series. This is what she's a part of. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And if you know anyone who has an amazing story like Ashley, feel free to email me at hotmicwladyshe@gmail.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.